Did you know that sugar is more addictive than cocaine?
What?
That doesn't even make sense to
Are you
me.
sure?
I know, but it's true. Studies have shown that that's the case. It's just absolutely crazy when I think about it, how we were just given sugar when we were young as a treat, and then we were addicted to it for life. I don't know. Pretty crazy. But it's done, and here we are. So what do we do now when we want to give up sugar and go on a sugar-free diet or just be a bit healthier and eat less sugar? And we're starting to get sugar cravings. Like, how do we deal with that? Well, what I want to say to start off is, if you're starting to feel those sensations, then congratulations, because that means that you're clearly eating less sugar if you're starting to feel like, oh, I need sugar, you know? Anyway, but if you are feeling that way, instead of eating something really, really bad, I would suggest eating something that's more natural sugars, like fruit or honey or maple syrup or something like that. And I know if one doesn't want to have any sugar at all, those things are still sugar. But while you're going through that transition stage from unhealthy diet to healthy no sugar, I think it's just fine to have those alternatives as you're transitioning, right? Much better to have something like that than to have something really, really bad, like ice cream or a big cake, right? Anyway, so you get these certain snacks that they're like really, really, really small, you know? And it's like, well, if I have a really, really, really small, tiny snack, then that's not so bad, is it? Well, the problem is those tiny snacks, they trick you, because you think they're so small that it's okay to eat like 5 or 10. If you eat that many, you may as well just have a one more generously sized portion, and then you'll actually eat less, you know? So don't be tricked by those really, really tiny treats. They're not satisfying. So then next is, if you're feeling that craving sensation, I really advise you not to eat a big old chocolate cake or something really bad, something that, you know, you just want to like have desperately, because if you do that, it will knock you off your path of good eating. You know, you think, well, I'm gonna just have this big cake and then I'm gonna be satisfied, and then I'm gonna go right back tomorrow and I'll be fine and I'll continue my diet. But honestly, it throws you off, and I kind of did this recently actually, and the next day I wanted something again, you know? It took me several days to get back to where I was again. So that's the thing, like, if you have something bad, try not to, because it's just gonna throw you right off, and it's gonna take you time to get back on track again, so it's not really worth it. Alright, so then another tip is, if possible, just try to distract yourself when you're feeling like you want to eat a big old sugary snack. So if you're really busy or, you know, really engaged in something, or maybe you're like with a friend or whatever, like, you're less likely to be thinking about sugar and eating and stuff like that, because you're going to be so engaged in whatever you're doing. So if possible, try and be more busy, or try and do something that's going to take your mind off of your sugary sensation that you're feeling. Alright, and then the final thing that I want to say is that when one starts to feel those cravings, you're at your most vulnerable stage, and it's the most difficult point to be in. But once you push through, once you stay strong and get through that phase, you're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna actually want sugar anymore. You might decide finally, maybe I will have that piece of cake, but you might find at that point that it's going to be too sweet for you, that you're not going to be able to finish the whole thing because it's suddenly, wow, like it's too much. Your taste buds have adjusted that now whatever you liked before is too sweet. And that's really amazing, because you'll get to that point where you don't actually want it anymore, you don't need it, and you're going to be feeling more energized and more healthy and wonderful, and that is amazing. So you will get there. You know, just remember that you'll break through to that point, and then that's good. The craving feeling won't last forever. And so yeah,
beautiful.
I think that's everything. And yep, is that everything?
That's everything.
Okay, well, good luck. I know this is hard, but it's gonna be worth it. So just the feelings you're feeling right now, it's the worst, but it's gonna get better, and it's gonna get much better once you make it, once you hold on and you make it to that point where you don't need that sugar anymore. That's the other thing I was gonna say. I knew there was something. So sugary stuff will taste overly sweet, but all the rest of your foods will suddenly taste more flavorful. You'll suddenly start appreciating all these different flavors that maybe you weren't really able to taste before because your taste buds only appreciated lots and lots of sugar, you know? So suddenly you'll appreciate like maybe what fruits taste like, because you'll really be able to taste them now, right? And that's really great, right? All right, so good luck, and let me know how it goes, and I hope these several tips were helpful. Okay, see you later.
See ya.